Hey, welcome guys. This is the second episode of Thomas the Tank Chat, and this time, for this episode, me, Thomastankloversam, I'll be host of this one. Now probably you yourself are probably thinking, what happened to the other guy? Isn't he going to be hosting? Well, he's here, basically.
Hey guys, I'm here, but I'm giving other people a chance.
So,
oh my god, I'm so awesome!
So the people that we have here in the chat today, we have Hunter.
Hey guys, subscribe to me and my friends.
And Mitchell, Michael. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. I always get Mitchell and Michael.
Micah!
That's it. I always get those names mixed around. And the guest for
hey guys.
Oh, sorry. And the guest for this episode, Nathan, aka I Love Trains 323.
Hello.
So guys, we're on today's subject of Thomas the Tank Chat is an interesting one. It falls under the CGI category, or I guess you could say it's the main CGI category. Nitrogen Studios versus Arc Productions, so aka, let's say season 12 to season 16 and versus season 17 onwards. So the first question is, who do you think did the better job at the computer animation?
Arc, definitely.
Yeah, Art Productions.
Well, I'm gonna be different. Nitrogen. I mean, did you see Blue Mountain Mystery?
That was beautiful animation, and the reason I chose Arc was because it's a brighter, happier world, and in my opinion, I think that's how Thomas should be. With Nitrogen, the details and texture, like Hunter told me earlier, is perfect, but to me, it was kind of always gloomy from season 13 to the middle of 15. It was kind of gloomy, and I didn't like that rainy, gloomy feel to it.
Yeah.
Now, the thing I realized between Art Productions and Nitrogen is Art Productions has more of a sharper 3D feel to it, and Nitrogen had better texture for like coal dust or dirt or something like that, even the smoke. That was shaded and textured really well.
For me, it's an interesting tie, I would say. Although I'm not personally a fan of the CGI series, because with me seeing heaps of CGI stuff has become kind of redundant for me. But out of both of them, they both have different quality traits. Like, I guess with Nitrogen, when they took over, they gave it more. I guess they gave it more a toy feel because of how it was animated and how the faces looked and such. They gave it more of a that kind of toy feel. With Arc Productions, they've given it more cartoony feel because of the extra detailing that they put in and shading and lighting and all that such. So it's kind of a tie for me, really.
I do
can
have to
understand
admit,
that.
the night shots by Arc are really nice.
And let's see.
The colors on the engine are much brighter and more like happier, I think, with Arc.
Yeah.
There was something that I did realize between Art Productions and Nitrogen. In Nitrogen, when the engines were in motion, they had like this sort of quite noticeable wobble to them as they were moving. But in Art Productions, it's actually much more annoying to me because as the engines are moving, they have like this like real subtle bounce as they're moving, and it's just like, how do you get that in a train?
Well, in King of the Railway, when Thomas is going to meet Spencer at the Blue Mountain Quarry, or find Spencer at Blue Mountain Quarry, I actually used the shot in one of my music videos, and you could see when Thomas is pulling the trucks, they're jerking back and forth, like going up and down.
Yeah, it's the character that's most noticeable on Arcbound is Stephen. You can see Stephen bouncing up and down so easily.
Well, when Nitrogen did the shot where Victor falls off the boat, his like boiler went up like almost all the way.
It did. Yeah.
That annoyed me so bad. I will admit that.
I'm nice to the. I think that Arc fix that, but I didn't really notice it that much.
Right, let's see. Well, I guess my next question for it, for the topic is, which episodes out of Nitrogen would you say was the best animated?
Oh.
Flashback.
Do they have?
Is this including movies as well, or just episodes?
Yeah, it includes movies as well.
Huh.
Honestly,
There was one episode that I really enjoyed. I can't remember what it is right now.
honestly, the episode that I felt was best animated, as bad as the episode was in story, I reckon actually was up and away, because you could see the lighting and the texture of those giant balloons that the engines were pulling. It was very realistic.
That's actually a question for me. Probably first, but the special would most likely be Blue Mountain Mystery, because they had so long to get better on animation. And episode-wise, probably episode-wise, most of the episodes in season 16, but I think either what was it? Flashbang Wallop and Don't Bother Victor.
Probably, the episode wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either. But the animation on it, I really loved, was Creaky Cranky. I love the animation to it. Like when Cranky lifts up Thomas, and then his chassis you can see, just those shots, I just adore it.
Yeah. Well, another one I like is, I think it's Spencer the Grand, I think it's what it's called. But I think they put a little too much fog into it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But I guess that's kind of the point of the story, is that there's too much fog for Spencer to see.
Yeah, but they shouldn't have had so much that we could hardly see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. We on to the engine.
Right, and Spencer the Grand, I was basically looking at that, what do you call that, the steam transition that they have between the end of the theme song to the start of the story. I was basically looking at that same thing the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Spencer being silver, I think it kind of blended in. Spencer is basically camouflage.
Now you see me, now you don't.
Because I'm just that special.
Oh, you don't understand. I'm that grand. I can disappear. See? Oh, don't you?
Who's the best now, Gordon?
And then of course all the other engines are like, good, don't come back.
Bubba?
He's gone! Hooray!
I'm
Spencer!
still here.
Spencer, wait! I left one in the mail, Spencer!
And then Gordon's like, well, Thomas goes to race now. Toby!
Oh, Murdoch!
Okay,
Oh, Murdoch, I miss him.
the next question is pretty much the same, but with Arc. And as we know, Arc they've only done like probably half of season 17 so far. So it's okay if you like, if you don't have a favorite episode, like, or you know, if you don't have an episode that you consider to be the best animated so far, then that's okay. But if you do, then what would you say is the best arc animated episode so far?
It's a tie, really.
Probably, like when you're in States, like we've only got the Railway Mission DVD. It was the first 4 episodes, but on YouTube I watched more, and I think best animated and best episode is a tie between Gordon March Dry and Henry's Hero. Not because of we're not just because of Duck, but the storyline and the animation is beautiful also. And
I do like that transition when Hero goes away with the last of the hopper cars.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I
got a
think-
message from Jesse again.
But I think the best animated episode in season 17 so far is probably Luke's new friend, or yeah. Well, I think the best was that they had more time to they could animate like evening, morning, and dark at the same time. So I think them exploring being the more time sort of thing they had. I think I forgot where I was going with it.
To me, my favourite art productions animated episodes, it was a very, very close tie between Wayward Winston, not only because of the storyline, but also the texture for everything, like the grass, even the shadows and reflections on Winston, where they were animated musically. But it would either be Wayward Winston or Not Now Charlie, mainly because of the great detail they had on the elephants.
I would say it's a tie between Wayward Winston and Stevie Stafford for me, because those were the first 2 episodes I saw of season 17, and I really was surprised at the animation and just the texture they'd given into the episode, and as well as Stevie Stafford, but it's more Wayward Winston than like the other episodes. Well, that's pretty much my opinion on that. And
I think